All right, let's talk about a skill that sounds, a little intimidating. Skill S12. But I promise, by the end of our time together, you're not just going to understand it, you're going to see it as your marketing superpower. Let's dive in.
So let's meet Jody. She's a marketing manager apprentice over at IBIS stores. And right now she's looking at S12 and thinking, what on earth is this? It's that feeling of looking at a giant puzzle without the box lid. And if you've ever felt that, you're in the right place, because we're going to help Jody and you put it all together.
Okay, here's our roadmap. We are going to follow Jody's journey step by step. We'll start with our challenge, figure out the mission, build the toolkit, and then absolutely nail the final assessment. Simple with that. So first things first, Jody's challenge. Now, the great thing is, she's not alone in this. She's got a great support team, and her coach is about to give her a piece of advice that, honestly, changes the entire game. And here she is. This is Olivia, Jody's coach, and she reframes the whole thing beautifully. She says, listen, S12 isn't some boring chore. It's about becoming a data detective. Suddenly, it's not about spreadsheets, is it? It's about a mission, finding the story that's hiding in the data. I love that.
So, this data detective idea sounds cool, but what does it actually mean? What is Skill S12 really? Let's get into the official mission briefing.
Okay, I know, the official definition can sound a bit, formal, but look closer. It's exactly what a detective does. You gather clues, that's the assimilate data part, you interpret them, that's the analyze bit, and then you piece it all together to solve the case, which is your informed marketing decisions. See? It all fits.
And here's the process broken down. It's so simple when you think about it this way. Step 1, gather your clues, all that data from different places. Step 2, connect the dots. Look for patterns, for trends, for the aha moment. Step 3, solve the case. Use what you found to actually change your strategy. And finally, step 4, present your findings. You lead the way with your insights.
So why is this so important? Because at level 6, you're not just doing the marketing, you're deciding the marketing. This skill means you move from, I think we should do this, to the evidence shows we should do this. It makes you proactive, not reactive. And trust me, when you walk into a meeting with leadership armed with solid evidence, that builds some serious credibility.
And boom, just like that, Jody gets her first case. Her line manager, Riedel, comes to her with a real problem at IBIS stores. Customer loyalty is down. And she's asking Jody to put on that detective hat, dig into the data, and find out what's really going on. The game, as they say, is afoot.
Okay, Jody's got her mission. So what now? Well, every good detective needs a toolkit. Let's look at exactly how you can build up your skills and grab the right tools to solve any case that comes your way. Your development isn't just a single event, it's a journey. You start by getting your hands dirty with real-world messy data to build confidence. Then you sharpen your skills at spotting what's a good clue and what's, junk. After that, you master turning all that analysis into clear, actionable steps. And finally, you bring it all together, using your insights to lead your team. And of course, you need your gadgets. Things like data visualization software. That's what helps you literally see the story in the numbers. You've got frameworks to keep an eye on competitors and techniques to help you plan for different future scenarios. These are your modern-day magnifying glass and fingerprint kit.
All right, so let's say Jody has cracked the case. She knows why loyalty is dipping. But her work isn't done. Now she has to prove it and document everything for her APTM portfolio. This is where her mentor, Adam, steps in.
This piece of advice from Adam is absolutely golden. It's so easy to just dump all your data into a report, but Adam says no. You have to answer the so what question. What does all this data mean? What should we do about it? Answering that is the difference between just presenting data and providing a real strategic insight. So what does that strong evidence actually look like in your portfolio? Well, it could be an insight report you wrote, or a marketing plan where you can point to the exact data that shaped it. It might be a presentation you gave to stakeholders, or even a reflection where you explain how the data led you to make a specific decision. I love this slide because it makes it so clear. On one side, you have simple data compilation, a spreadsheet, a list of sources. That's not level 6. On the other side, you have strategic insight, a report with a recommendation, a plan with a rationale, a reflection on the why. You're not a data librarian, you're a data detective. That's the leap.
We're almost there. Time for the final boss battle, the endpoint assessment, or EPA.
Jody needs to prove her skills in a professional discussion. Don't worry, her coach, Olivia, is back to get her prepped for the hot seat. Okay, take a deep breath because you are almost guaranteed to get a question just like this. And it's not a trick question. All the assessor wants is for you to tell them a story. They want to hear about a time you put on your detective hat, followed the clues, and made a real difference. And here's our hero, Jody, with a perfect distinction-level answer. Let's break it down. She mentions different sources: CRM, trends, performance. She uses a power word, synthesizing. And she connects her work directly to a strategic change that helped both the customer and the business. That right there is a winning formula. Now, here's another one you should be ready for. This question is all about your critical thinking. A great detective never just takes a clue at face value, right? You have to question it. So how do you make sure your sources are solid? This is where you really get to show off how smart you are. You can talk about how you cross-reference different sources to see if the story matches up. You can talk about looking for potential bias in the data. And this is a big one. You show true mastery when you can talk about the limitations of your data. It shows you're thinking critically. And just look at this transformation. This is Jody's journey in a nutshell. She went from feeling totally overwhelmed by some random skill code to becoming a confident data detective. She's not just reacting to requests anymore, she's proactively leading with insight. This is exactly the transformation this skill is designed to create. And that's it. You've seen the whole journey. You have the framework, you know the tools, and most importantly, you have the mindset. You've cracked the code on S12. You are officially ready to be a data detective. So I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Now that you've got your new detective skills, what's the first clue you're going to go look for? What's the story hiding in your data, just waiting for you to uncover it? Go on, go find it.